Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Senior Moments Show. My name is Bryce Patten, here with the wonderful Sid Roeder. How are you, Sid?
Always good when you call me wonderful. What can I say?
Oh, good. I just, it makes me happy that you're here and I don't have to do our intro all by myself.
Makes me happy that you're here.
Well, good. Well, speaking of intros, before we get to our amazing guest, do you want to tell us about our sponsor?
Yes, I'd love to tell about the sponsor, which is the Empowering Seniors Group, a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, and really anyone who likes to listen to us. And we do so via this radio show. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. Or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you have any suggestions for our show, anyone you would like to see us invite, you can reach me personally at 435-512-6406. Are you ready to get to our wonderful guest, Bryce?
I am. I wanted to congratulate you on getting your phone number correct.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Thanks. Yeah, today is a little different. We have not talked about ComforCare for a while, and Bryce I don't even know what your exact position is at ComforCare.
I don't either.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I just show up some days and I talk and I meet with people and it's great. So, yeah. So I'm basically.
But let's maybe back up a little bit, because people may have heard you now for a while.
Yeah.
Because since Bruce has been gone, you've been doing the show with me. Let's maybe if they haven't met you, let's hear a little bit about your background and how you ended up here.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. So I've been at ComforCare for just over a year and a half now. Before that, I worked at Reed's Pharmacy, doing pharmaceutical stuff with them, talking with doctors, collaborating with businesses to make sure that employees are taken care of with their vaccines and any medication they might need. And that was wonderful. I loved it. The guys over at Reed's, even though they're not a sponsor anymore, they're really good guys and really got me back for the love of serving people. Before that, I was actually doing home health and hospice. And before that, I ran a nonprofit here in the Valley that we took and helped people with disabilities go out and enjoy the outdoors and really be empowered by doing those activities. And I've just always loved helping people and hopefully helping people live to their best life. And so I've known Bruce for a really long time. I'd actually come on the show a few times with Reed's Pharmacy, and since I've known Bruce for so long with ComforCare, I met him right as he was open. We started doing lunches, and we've become pretty good friends. And he was like, "Hey, look, we're growing. I want to make sure we're going in the right direction. You want to come partner up with me?" And so I took that opportunity. I've loved it. Having the opportunity to help people and their families really live their best life is really awesome. You see so many good situations, bad situations, and being able to step in, give an opinion, be able to help people get into a better spot. So maybe it's a mom that's been taking care of her mom, and she's splitting her time between, got to take care of my mom, and I've also got to get my kids here or there, or my grandkids, and she just can't do it all. And we can come in and help on one of those sides. We can take care of her mom, and so she's able to spend time with her kids and grandkids, knowing that her mom's still taken care of at home and being looked after. So those are the things that really, for me, resonate, that I just get to be able to be out there in the community and make a difference.
Yeah, I can totally see that in you, Bryce. So maybe for any listener that isn't familiar with ComforCare, because I know even with the assisted and independent living, sometimes we have issues with defining what that really means. A home care service, which is ComforCare. What kind of services do you provide?
So we do. So it's in-home care, but it's the non-medical in-home care. So we can do personal care, which is showers, bathing, things like that, along those natures. Make sure people keep up on their hygiene, because if we get older, some of those situations might be a little dangerous, getting in and out of the shower with slick floors. We have staff that is trained and capable of helping people in and out of the shower. So the personal care. Food prep, we can come in, help people make food for that day and for future days if they need to. We can do medication reminders. We can't give medication, but we do a lot of reminders, help keep them on track with that. We can also do different activities throughout the house. So that might be an activity with the client, so something that they have wanted to do and they just can't do on their own, but with somebody's help, they can. As well as the cleaning throughout the house, right? As some people have animals and some people, dust, dirt, whatever it may be, our staff can come in and do a cleaning service and help them really make sure that the house is in a safe and it's upkept well, so that there's safety issues that don't arise there. And then we can also do transportation. So as we age sometimes, especially in the wintertime, as the roads get slick, there are people that don't want to get out and but they need to get to their doctor's appointments, and our trained staff can transport them to and from their doctor's appointment, or to and from different activities that they might want to go to. We have some that they want to go to a boxing class or do different things. They just don't want to drive because either it's not safe or they don't feel comfortable doing that, and we're able to get in there and take them to these activities so that as they age, they just don't stop. They can still keep living. They just need to change the way they do it, and it might just need to have some help in there, and that's where we come in.
So is there, just out of curiosity, is there a minimum time that time requirement that you have, like 2 hours or something?
We're one of the few that do not have a minimum time requirement. What we do like is that we have some consistency. So when we set up services, whether it's 1 hour a week or 24/7 care, that we just keep it consistent. So we know what's going on week to week. So if there's certain days that someone likes to go to water aerobics and they need help getting there, that we take them on those days. But there's no minimum. They can call and schedule. We can sit down and talk to them and work things out so that they're able to get a good picture of what's going on, and we can help them. We have some people that needed just 3 hours every other week, and that's fine too, as long as it's a set schedule that we can accommodate and plan for.
Yeah, because obviously you got to schedule your employees too. We're already coming up on our first break here in a hurry. Just enough time to tell our listeners if you'd like to grab a pen and paper. When we come back in the second segment, we will mention the phone number and location for ComforCare in case you have any questions. This is the Senior Moment Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. We'll take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
I think Mom needs a little more help. What I really need is a boyfriend who can drive at night.
Hi, this is Bruce with ComforCare. With ComforCare at your side, you can live your best life possible. We know families can't be there 24/7, which is why we can help with as little or as much home care as you need, so you can live in your own home on your own terms.
Could you give me a phone number? My daughter was texting.
Together with ComforCare, you can live your best life possible. Call us today at 754-7676. That's 754-7676.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. I'm your host, Sid Roederer. Today, our special guest is Bryce Patten, who is here for ComforCare. Welcome back, Bryce.
Thanks for having me.
It's wonderful. It's been a hot second since we've talked about home care, which is a very valuable service to allow seniors to stay in their homes a little bit longer, as long as humanly possible. And one thing that we hadn't mentioned before the break was a phone number and the location for ComforCare in case anyone has questions.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, we love phone calls. We love to answer any concerns or whatnot that someone might have. Our phone number is 435-754-7676. And our office is just in North Logan. We're 2057 North, 200 East. You'll see a big ComforCare sign right up there, and you can come on in and visit us if you ever have questions. If you're driving by and just want to check it out. We love answering questions. I mean, there's a lot that get brought up on the daily basis, and we love to be a resource for people.
That's great. So we talked a little bit, you had mentioned before, and I remember Bruce and I talking about this too, is that sometimes the children take care of their aging parents. Things start slowly growing into overwhelming. And this is really where a home care service can provide some relief, and so we don't have caretakers burn out. What are some of the, I don't know if there is any stories that you can tell?
Oh, we run into this all the time. We get a husband who he's aging as well, and then all of a sudden, his spouse is, her memory starts to go. And so now the husband might be taking care of her, as well as, hey, Grandpa, can you come to my soccer game? Hey, I've got a basketball game. Can you come to this? Or, hey, we have this. Your grandson is getting his Eagle Scout and wants to make sure you're there. And he's torn, right? He feels like, I can't leave my wife. She can't come out in public because it makes her nervous. And with her memory loss, it's pretty difficult, but then he can't go do these other activities that he still wants to do, and his family wants to be there as well. And that's where we come in. I mean, for me, that's super rewarding, is now he can know that his wife is still taken care of at home, but he still gets to be grandpa and dad and involved in those other people's lives, so he doesn't miss out on those choice moments. I mean, we can always get other things back except for time, and that's fleeting, and that's what we're able to give people, is back the time that they're spent caregiving for that loved one. And we don't want to take that away completely if they feel like that's something they still want to be involved in, but we can take off some of that load so it doesn't get to that burnout stage. Some people get to the point where they're taking care of their mother or their father, and they're there so much that they start to regret it, or resent it is a better word probably. And we want to make sure that people don't get to that point. And that's when, hey, you know what? They can still go in and do that caregiving 10 hours a week, but let us take that extra 20 hours, 30 hours, and make sure their loved one's taken care of in a good spot. All their hygiene's taken care of. They're being fed well, and you can go still do your life and knowing that they're taken care of.
I know that also from my own experience, and sometimes the transition to have an outsider come into the family home and provide some services that feel just very personal, that is a hard transition. So how do you usually work with people in easing them into allowing another person to come in?
Each case is a little different, and we can accommodate to the different aspects. But oftentimes what is really nice is we start out slow. When somebody comes on our service, it's not, hey, set in stone, you have to be here for X amount of hours. So we can actually start people with 1 hour a week. They come in and it's just a slow introductory visit with our caregiver. They come in and start doing a little bit of cleaning, and just help get people warm to having someone else in their home. And oftentimes once they see the benefit of having someone come in, we quickly get the phone call that says, hey, that was wonderful. Can you come in for more hours during the week? And we just build it from there. And there are some people that are like, hey, we're ready. Just get here and get here now. I wish you would have started yesterday. And so we get both sides of that, but we can work with the family. We like to meet with the families before we start. And so myself or Leslie will usually, she's one of our partners, she will go out and do the visit with the family and go through all the questions, meet the clients and their family members, and explain everything that we've got going on and get a good feel. So we do this a lot, so we kind of know, hey, this might be a good thing for you, is to have our caregiver come in for an hour and then build up from there. And others, it's like, hey, you're ready. Let's just get you going for your 20 hours a week if that's what you want. And so we can get a feel for each one of those situations on an individual basis and then go from there.
So what are some of the services that you have found are some good initial service? Is it the cleaning, or is it the sitting down and playing a game or reading to a senior? What are some of the services you found particularly suited to open those doors? It's
usually the cleaning.
Okay.
That's what I've noticed is usually pretty good, because they come in and it's you're cleaning and they're doing that, but we have wonderful caregivers. We've been very blessed with just wonderful caregivers that come in, and we try and match caregivers' personalities with our clients' personalities as much as we can. But they come in, and while they're cleaning, they're talking, right? So it's not a sit down, let's talk one-on-one and put the pressure on them that way. It's, hey, I'm cleaning. As I'm cleaning, I'm chatting with you, getting to know you and helping them be comfortable. And then they realize, oh, I really like that person. They did a good job cleaning. I'd love for them to come in and help me do this or that afterwards.
So I'm curious. I don't even know if you know, because you've only been there a year and a half. I didn't realize it wasn't longer than that. It seems forever to me. What is the longest time frame you've ever cared for someone in home? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. We have clients that have been 8 years, 9 years, 8 years. Yep. So, and there's different reasons, right? So it's because they're aging. Other people might have a certain diagnosis that, makes them be homebound, and we can take care of all that. We do private pay, of course, and then we have some Medicaid, some long-term care insurance, and then veterans as well. So we can take care of all those different payer sources. And some of those, they can be pretty long-term, and we can get in there. And we actually love those because we get to really develop a deep relationship with this client. They become family for us. I mean, all of our clients end up being family after taking care of them in such an intimate setting. But those longer ones, we really get to know them and help them out, and it's wonderful.
Thank you, Bryce. We're already on our second break here. Just enough time to mention the phone number one more time.
All right, yeah, give us a call at 435-754-7676.
Thank you, Bryce. This is the Senior Moments Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about them, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Hi, this is Bruce with ComforCare. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with ComforCare. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. ComforCare, 754-7676.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a pre-arranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts pre-arranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moments Show. I'm your host, Sid Roeder, visiting today with Bryce Patten from ComforCare. We've talked a little bit about home care services, all the good things that you provide to allow seniors to stay in their home longer. What we haven't talked about is the area you cover with ComforCare.
Oh, yeah. With ComforCare, we actually cover up into Idaho, up into Preston. We even go over to Malad a little bit. And then we go all the way down through Salt Lake. Our main focus is here in Cache Valley and Box Elder, though. That's where we have most of our caregivers, and that's why we just love it up here. We love the people, and so that's our focus. But we do have an office in Salt Lake, so we're able to serve. If you have family members that need help all the way down through Salt Lake, we can take care of that. Get in there. We have great caregivers down in Salt Lake as well. So yeah, if anyone needs help that way, we can pretty much take all of northern Utah.
Perfect. And how does that, we've talked a little bit about some of the things you look at when you come in, but how is that initial consultation that I assume is free? Yeah, definitely free. If you're just wondering and want to sit down with us, we can sit down. What I like to do when we go into a home is try and meet the client if they're around. Sometimes they're coming home from the hospital, and so we can go up and meet them in the hospital. But if they're in their home or we want to check out the home and what their living conditions will be, we like to go there, meet up, talk about it, fill out some paperwork. We also do a little bit of a safety inspection. Make sure if we go check out the bathrooms, the bed, areas that might be a fall hazard or different things so that we can get either the right equipment in there or make sure our caregivers are prepared and so they're fully trained on what that individual needs. So, sorry to interrupt you here, but so do you also give some advice for like putting grab bars in, things like that make it also your provider's job a little easier? Yeah, we try to. And then we work with different people in the valley if it's something that we feel like we need more of a specialist to come in and check out, like a physical therapist or occupational therapist. We work with a lot of the home health companies around, and we have some great physical therapists that we can refer out to if it comes to that. But we can help with those different things. And if someone needs like a lift chair or a stair lift to be able to get around better, we can help get those as well. And after we do that, if someone signs up, we do have a nurse come out and look at the home as well, meet the client and go over their history to make sure that we didn't miss anything on our end. Since they have that medical background, they're able to see things from the medical side and really dive in and make sure we have a good care plan for the client. So how long does an initial consult usually take? Depends on if they talk like I do. The initial consult can be half hour to an hour and a half or so. It just depends on how many questions someone has and what they're looking at. If they have a lot of questions and we're
diving pretty deep into what needs to happen. That can go about an hour and a half, but that's a long one. Usually it's about a half hour to an hour. And then our nurse assessment that comes out, it's about an hour and a half as well. And she dives into a bunch of the medical history stuff. And again, this is just to make sure we're able to give the best care possible for our clients. We love them. We want to make sure that they're taken care of. I've been able to help take care of both sides of my grandparents a little bit, and I just love taking care of them. And we want to make sure that we treat everybody like they're our own grandparents. And that gives us that opportunity.
Yeah. I remember Bruce and I, when we first started, we had some discussions because I always said, I think I'm not imaginative enough to imagine some of the things that your people can actually do for seniors. I mean, some things are like lighthouse cleaning or preparing meals. That's all, I think, in everyone's mind. But can you recall maybe a few services that were a bit more specific?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've had some, we try, and when we're meeting with the family, we talk about their history, what the client likes to do, what they used to like to do, and different things like that. And when we do that, we get to figure out, okay, these type of activities are stuff they like to do. We had one client that they're basically like, hey, my mom moved in with us. She's just not safe for a few hours during the day, and we don't need anything. We just want you to come play pinochle with her. And so we would just go play pinochle, and it was just, they loved it. Absolutely loved it. Others, we work with a lot of veterans, and so we do a lot of veteran type stuff in their home, decorate it so it looks nice, help them so they, honor them in their service. Trying to think. I wish you hadn't asked me this. I'm kind of drawing a blank on some of our other ones. But we do try and get pretty creative with what they like to do.
And you do field trips too, don't you?
We definitely do field trips. The one I wish I could have taken on, there was one guy, he's like, I just love fishing. And I'm like, I want to go to that one. Let's go fishing all day. That sounds wonderful. But that was it. That's something he can't do by himself, but he can do with a little bit of help. And it made his quality of life just go through the roof. And so we love doing those things for people and really helping them, live their life to the fullest.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Sadly, we're already coming up to the end of our show here. But Bryce, I want to give you another opportunity to mention your contact information.
Yeah, you can definitely give us a call. Our phone number is 435-754-7676. And if you have any questions, give us a call and we can schedule a time I can come out, sit down with you and your family, and go over our services.
Thank you, Bryce. It was fun to talk to you today. This is the Senior Moment Show. We are at the end of our show, but we hope you tune in again next week.